9 steps to building a business to the $1 million level based on her proven techniques. Richelle built her first business to $36 million and then lost it all after the 9/11 tragedies, but rebuilt her $1 million business within 5 months using the $1 million equation. This book is about shortcut systems that will catapult your business quickly. Richelle has a way to break down the equation to show how any business can be a $1 million business. The person I admire a lot, have a lot of respect for, Richelle.
Hey! I'm old, keep clapping. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Do we finally get some business owners? Do you own a business? Praise God. Well, what do you do, my friend? Got it. So who do you sell for? Are you with a captive? With New York Life? Awesome. And to the gentleman that just came in, where you been? What's happening? Where you been? All right, I'll give that to you. How about, do you own a business, sir? Yeah. Okay. Got it? You haven't put it together yet. Okay. Well, you're in the right place. How about that? Perfect. All right. So, this is so not cute, but I guess I gotta wear it. Yeah. For folks who didn't bother to come all the way out, did I just do something in the microphone? Can you fix it for me? Is it in the front? Yeah. Are we good? All right, cool. So, I normally just kind of go with the flow and make sure that everybody leaves with what they want, right? Because why'd y'all all come out? You know, I drove 45 minutes to be here, so apparently one of y'all needed me to be here today. I don't know who it was, but we're grateful to be here and have some fun. So, sir, what do you do? Awesome. Yay. Yeah. There you go. Well, thanks for coming, right? There's nothing worse than empty chairs. I normally make y'all get together, but I'm not going to do that today. We'll just have some fun. So one of the things about building $1 million business is you can hustle your way to 6 figures, right? You can rip and run and go 50 meetings and keep going out. But to really get it to 7, you need some systems in place. Right. So normally I had planned to talk about the 7 steps or the 7 reasons why most businesses don't reach the $1 million level. Right. So for many years, I was the only female African-American public utility owner in the nation. So I owned a telephone company in Las Vegas, Nevada. I built it from 300,000 to 36 million. I lost it all after 9/11, but then I rebuilt back my $1 million business in about 5 months. Sold it. Thank you. Exactly. All right. Hell yeah. Sold it once I had a baby. And I was like, woo, this is a lot of work. And now I teach entrepreneurs how to build their own $1 million business. Right? How to take their idea, how to put it in place, and to make sure that they can build it. Because the money is really not for you. It's so that you can serve. First mistake most entrepreneurs make when trying to build their $1 million business is that they do not solve a problem. They just got a business. And they're just there to make money. So I ask them, well, why are you doing this business? To make money. Okay. Well, geez, you can go get a job and make money. And if you don't have enough money put aside, then that's because you need to work on your spending habits. I'm straight no chaser. Okay? All right. If you don't have enough money, it's because you trying to be 2 things. Like somebody else, or liked by somebody else. Yeah? Okay. Is that fair? Yeah. So when you are solving a problem, you need to solve problems. So I meet people all the time that go, what do you do? Oh, well, I sell candles. Okay, well, what problem does that solve in the world? She's like, well, it gives light. Well, thank you for laughing. But Edison kind of fixed that for us, right? We can go just turn on the switch. But what problem does it really solve? Like, why do we even buy candles? So if you don't have a product or a service that's solving a problem, it's going to be really hard to sell it without a whole bunch of money. Okay? Pet Rock made a ton of money. Well, because a lot of people were talking about it, and they sold a lot, and they had a whole bunch of ads on. Yeah? But did it really solve a problem? And what's going on right now is literally, there was a picture of Steph Curry and his wife and their children. And there was a comment on the picture that said, dang, all those kids look just like Steph. And they said, has it been so not normalized that, yeah, because it's same mama, same daddy. But there's so much of that now that why wouldn't they look like each other? Yeah, doesn't make sense. But that's where we, African Americans, that's where we're going. So if we're not helping our youth, that's out there, solve major problems, we're in trouble. So I have a high school senior. So what do I ask my high school senior? I don't ask her what does she want to be. All right, thank you. I ask her, what problem do you want to solve in this world? What do you see that's really, I'm a cusser, pray for me. We all fall short, okay? Y'all got some sins that y'all do that is okay, just come on. So what is it, right? What problem do you want to solve in this world? She's like, this homeless thing is not cool. I'm like, you're right. So what can we do to fix unhoused? What can we do? What can we put together, right? So you always start with the problem that you're solving. So that's a first mistake they make. Second mistake they make, believing that everybody is their customer. Everybody is not your customer. First of all, you don't have enough money to reach everybody. Taking just whoever's coming. Well, I can sell anything. I can sell them this, I can sell them this, I can sell them this. Yeah, but when you're trying to build $1 million business, you really have to specialize in what you do and how you talk about what you do. Or else there's no way to create those systems. And with systems, we can leverage and make more money. Does that make sense? Yes, yes? Okay. So without the system, if we don't put it all together and really get very clear about who our target market is, then we will be just stuck. Just taking anybody, right? So I don't take any customer who comes to me. No, even at my telephone business. Even when I rebuilt it back, right? I targeted credit challenged people. People who have been disconnected before because they were thrown away by the bigger companies. So flat rate billing, you know how your bills are the same. They're $80 or $60. I created that back in 1993. It was me. And then Cricket and all them stole it from me. It's all right, because the black woman really created so much, right, that they just did. But really, mine was I solved the problem, right? If you come to my service, you never have to worry about getting disconnected ever again. They couldn't get a phone. Don't you need a phone in your house? This was before cell phones. So what are you going to do if you're working nights and your kids are there by themselves? So I targeted Tanisha. She was my avatar. So every time I wrote an ad, every time I created a flyer, every time I was on the radio, I talked about Tanisha and Tanisha's problems that she has. So if I were selling life insurance, yes, I would be looking for a young family where I'm going to solve this problem for you. Because if something happens and you pass, who's going to take care of these kids? What are you going to do? So you need to have something in place. And you're young and you're healthy, so we can get it to you at a rate and an affordable one that you can pay all the time. Yeah. So now it's finding those young families, right? Because single people, I'm like, well, whatever. When I was single, I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't got no kids. If I die, I die. Why would I ever pay this? When they called, after I bought my first house, well, what's gonna happen? I don't care what happens. But I didn't know any better. As soon as I had my daughter, oh yeah, no. It was I went and got the plans in place. Right? I want the best for her. I don't want her to ever have to worry. And after I just spent the last year and a half battling breast cancer, my hair's coming back though. It's cute though, isn't it? It's cute. It was really long. I cry for my hair every day. But I wasn't worried because I knew I already had the plan in place. Now, only thing I worry about is her coming in with a knife at night, right? Just mad at me. Thank you for laughing. We had to wake Wanda up because she was dozing there. So that's the second mistake. The third mistake is random implementation generates random money. You have to have something in place. I love having a marketing calendar. So I know every day exactly what I'm supposed to do. So have you seen the pictures of Oprah right now for the color purple? Yeah, and she's really skinny. Right. But if you look at the Oprah Favorite Thing magazine, she ain't skinny. Well, because they did that in September. They took the photos in September before, Weight Watchers bought a doctor that will prescribe Ozempic. It's all connected. Betcha. Yeah. So now she's taking the injectables. Now she got a waist again. It's just part of the process. But understanding that you have to have a marketing calendar. Without it, you will wake up every day and go, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But if you don't have a step by step, what you're supposed to do every day, then you will get it all kind of screwed up. So it's having that. Fourth mistake is not understanding that only 2% of people are ready to buy from you right now. 2. Your job is to find those 2. Right? But what do you do with the other 98%? Is you have to have what number 4 is in the equation, which is the FU. Right? I know y'all know I'm a cusser, but it ain't what you're thinking. He didn't laugh. Okay, that one didn't work. She laughed. Thank you, Wanda. Yes, so the FU is the follow-up, right? What are you doing to follow up with people that you've met who weren't ready to buy it? Do you have an automated follow-up that automatically goes out there? Do you have some type of, I normally sing Beyonce and do ring the alarm, it's the time that, right? You need to have some type of alarm that goes off to tell you that it's time to follow up with those people. So everybody says these are proven principles. I know, you follow up and the fortune is in the follow-up. They say all of that until you actually do it. It's hard as hell to remember, to segment, to figure out who's the last time I talked to them, to put them in the calendar, to make sure that you have that consistent and that messaging consistent so that you show up. There's somebody right now. I'm not going to look at any of y'all. So I'll look at the beautiful pop-up here. There's some of y'all that have people who are waiting for you to follow up right now that you can go and get money. Today. But we just haven't done it. Right? The next one is number 5. People make a lot of mistakes in not taking care of their customer. So I'll ask people all the time, what sets you apart? Like, oh, my customer service. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. All right, little soul food place I love to go to. she who will not be named, but you go in there, and as soon as you walk in the door, ain't no hi, no dog shit, no kiss my ass. She said, we ain't got no yams. We don't have no more fried chicken, and it's 20 minutes for the cornbread. Like, damn, not how you doing today? Nothing. There's no cash register. You got to cash app the money. Come on, man. How long are you going to be open? Like, that makes me nervous if I got to cash app you the money. I don't want you knowing my hashtag sign. The cash app is for me and my kid. I got to cash app you. What are we doing? Right? If you really did have great customer service, it would be on the news. Because tell me a company that has great customer service. Who else? Nordstrom's. Yes. Tesla. Used to. But still, Nordstrom, you can take anything back to Nordstrom's. Yeah. But now I went to Marshall's. I tried to take something back. Right? I had the receipt. Are you ready for this? Yeah, they told me that it was outdated. All the shit in here is outdated. What you talking about? That's what you buy is outdated stuff and you resell it. How does that work? Am I like, it's a small group, so I can cuss with y'all. We family. Okay. But are they not facts? Right. That's what I said. Y'all buy seconds and outdated stuff. So what you talking about? Yeah, they gave me my money back though, right? Yeah, because once I said that, the manager said, "She right here, give her money back." Yeah, because we all know. I was in there the other day, and there was a handbag for $299 at Marshall's, or no, it was TJ Maxx. Okay, like that's any different, right? So instead of the $9.99 leggings, they're $12.99, but okay, it was $2.99. I'm not paying TJ Maxx $2.99. I didn't know the designer, not that made a difference. I didn't really like the bag, but I can't even imagine paying TJ Maxx, and it's all their customer service, right? If I don't like it when I get home, it's tied up, it's locked up. They act like I'm a criminal when I want to touch it. No. I do have to say, though, that I am kind of, so when I first started making money, I went into Louis Vuitton in the Beverly Center because why not, right? So I'm in the Louis Vuitton, and I wanted the folder, right, the portfolio, so that when I went to meetings, and so I was like, oh my gosh, there it is. Can I see it? She said, right there. She didn't take it out. She said, right there. Okay. I said, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I'll take it. She said, huh? I said, I'll take it. She said, Visa, MasterCard. I said, actually, American Express. Okay. So I gave her my Amex. We did the checks. It was a pleasure. Was there anything else you wanted? No, I just wanted that one. Thank you. So I took it out. I went through it. And I was like, yeah, I don't like it. Now I'd like to return it. She said, what? I said, well, there's the receipt. Right? Gosh, I guess I should have looked at it first. But now that you've given it, yeah, no, I don't like it. Thank you. So don't play with me, right? Because she knows she was being rude. But she just discounted who I was. But if your customer service isn't right, most people, they just sell the customer and they move on to sell another one. Yeah, big mistake. Imagine if your business, that's why I love insurance business. It's like the telephone business. Once you get a customer, they stay, right? And you keep getting paid on them for a long time. It's yummy until you don't. Until they cancel and you go, oh my gosh. But you need to have a system in place that works on retention, that talks to them all the time, not just when it's time for them to pay you. So we did birthday cards. We sent out birthday cards to our customers. We sent all kind of stuff, right? The telephone company sent them. Anybody have a telephone company that sent a birthday card? No. But I knew that if I could compound it that they would stay, and the more they stayed, it was really, really yummy. So always fun. Second one is reactivate them, right? They forget that the second easiest customer that you can ever, ever, ever have is your existing customer, right? Go back and get them. They know it. Just admit that you screwed up. Hey, I know I didn't take care of you the way I wanted to. So why don't you just come on back here? I'll give you a better discount. And I call it the I'm sorry letter. Right? So in the book I talk about the I'm sorry letter and give you the template of what to say so that now you make sure that you have those. But nobody was doing that, especially not in the telephone business. So I go, I'm sorry you got disconnected. Now I know why they got disconnected. They didn't pay their bill. Right? I go, I don't know what happened. Maybe it was confusing on the due dates, even though the bill was due on the 1st every month. But I let them off the hook, right? It's just the psychology of understanding that they kind of just don't get it. The last R in the 3 R's is referrals, right? If you're not getting at least 3 per month, there's a problem. There's a problem in your business if you're not getting at least 3 per month. It is either you're not consistently talking to your existing customers, you don't make them feel some type of way, you're not being loving, caring, and kind, you just sold them and you kept going, right? I call that like booty call marketing. You know, you only market to them when you want to get paid, you know, like when they call the house at 12:30 at night. Talking about, I just woke up. You just got in, is what's really going on. Didn't call my house at 12:30. All lessons that I keep teaching my high school senior. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah. All right. And the last one is mistake. You only focus, sorry, there's one more after this, but you only focus on getting a new customer. And you're not very good at that. You only have one way. So the one that Kelton talked about. You're not doing more than one thing. And some folks think that they go to networking events. And, well, I went to 6. No, that's one way. Networking. Okay, now you have to have another way, and another way, and another way, and another way. Direct mail, Facebook ads, you know, posting and praying as most folks do, and nobody sees it. Right? Like, you have to do something else. It can't just be this one thing. That's why they're stuck. That's why they don't get to that 7 figures, because they're scared, right, to make any type of investment in their business. What are you doing? Business is an investment. If you want a safe thing, go get a gig. Work for the government. You're cool until they have a shutdown, until the Congress gets mad at each other, right? Then your payment's a little late, but then at least they give you the back pay, right? Like, if you want that, then go do that. But don't jump into business thinking that this is going to be easier, because it ain't. It's 10 times harder. 10 times harder than ever having a gig, right? The job, I had one job and I bought the company. Easiest thing ever. It's like, really? Okay. You know, it took 20% of me. I could be out all night and still come to work and still dominate. Yeah. Now, no. I'm in by 9. That's why I'm like, we need to start so that I can get back home by 9 o'clock and shut it down, because we start really, really early doing it. Right? All right. Here's the last thing, is that they forget that there's only 3 ways, 3, to grow a business. The first one is go out and get a new customer. And we already said that they're not really good at that. Right? Like, they're scrambling, trying to just take anybody, trying to just, here, like, can I tell you about my business? No, I'm not interested. That's why I had to cuss out my good friend Kelton. First of all, for saying that I dated that boy. I did not date him. It's like, no. And then second of all, for approaching me and sending me a cold DM. That's what I call those. Cold DM. You didn't approach me with anything that was for me. It was all for you. Ooh, I see her online. She's doing big things. Yeah, I need to align with her so she can help me. No. Why would I do that? No reason. Especially you talk about Eddie. Rest his soul. You know, he passed away. So now I feel bad. But no, really, because his face could stop a truck. It's no bueno. Second way to grow is to get your existing customers to come back more often. Okay? Get them to come back. That's why if you're on Old Navy's email list, they got a sale every day. We got scarves today. We got jackets. We got t-shirts 3 for $5. We got socks for $1. We've got flip-flops for $1. 4th of July. Yes, because they just want you to come back in more often. Because if I can get you to come back in more often, then we know that we can make more money. Yeah, right? And the third one is every time somebody buys from you, you want to expand the transaction. Expand the transaction. How does that work, right? Where's the milk? If you go into the grocery store, where's the milk? Yeah, where's the dairy section? All the way in the back. Why? Right? You got to walk through the whole store. Right. And you start going, ooh, and the ice cream, right? And this, and then they double down when you get ready to check out. And they have you in that little confined spots. And it's like all the candy over here. And then the magazines with all the headlines. And then Visine. Why do they have Visine there? I don't know. But it's anything so we can expand the transaction. Right? Right? So that now you don't just get the milk, but you get everything else. So, you know, McDonald's was great with that, right? What do they ask you when you say, oh, no, just the sandwich, or you want fries with that? You want the meal, right? So now they've made the sandwich $7 and the meal $10. I'm not paying $7 for a quarter pounder. Come on. It ain't even a quarter pound no more. Y'all tripping. Yeah. But it's to make sure that every single person that comes through, they get $10 from you, right? So that when you are putting your business together, normally I have, because I've got like 5 books now, but I'll bring them all, and then I'll have a deal for all 5 of them. You know, I can drive 45 minutes to sell you one book. No, that's not how this works. Because I'm always thinking, how do I take this customer, get them to come back more often? So I've got a wonderful workshop that you're going to love, that you should come to. You should really come to Vegas. It's 3 days. Oh, it's killer. Hey, but he'll leave with, yes, but it's so far ahead of what the other agents are doing. Right? That's why reactivation works, because wherever they went, they suck too. So when you fix that piece and you bring them back, they're really excited to get better customer service and better everything with you. Right? So when you put it all together and you make sure that you have one GS, which is one great solution, plus a great target market where you're just really honed in on them and you talk to them so that they understand you. You have a marketing calendar so you're consistent every single day in marketing what you do. Yeah, your follow-up is killer because you know that only 2% are going to come in and buy from you right then. Then you go into the 3 R's, retention, reactivation, and referral, and you have systems for all of those. And then you start working on your 85 ways to get a customer so that every day you're doing one of those 85 ways so that now business is flowing. And then they come in and you expand the sale, yeah? And you get them to come back again and again and again. And guess what happens at the end? You have $1 million business. But so many are short-sighted. Yeah. They don't want to learn from others, so they don't take advantage of an event like this. How is that possible? Because they think they know, because nobody believes them when they talk about entrepreneurship. My mama was the last person to sign up for my telephone company. She said, well, I knew my phone. And AT&T got Whitney Houston. So you know when she signed up? When I bought her a house and installed the phone system into her house. Then she couldn't wait to tell everybody, you know, my daughter. I knew it. No, No, have the same energy, remember? You was talking about Whitney Houston, my mother. She's the best. But they do. So if you have an entrepreneur in your life that you are close to, hold on to them because their head, for real, is constantly going 24/7. They don't sleep well. They're worried about what's next. Even when, so truly my ministry is talking about your faith and that he wouldn't have given this to you if you weren't supposed to keep doing this. Because it's really easy to go get a gig. Really easy. I'm not saying a perfect gig, but jobs are a dime a dozen, right? But trying to really build this business and be consistent, you can be fantastic. So, Kijana, I see you reading my book. Why are you reading when I'm here? But apparently you must have a question that I can answer for you. That's how you get anybody back, right? Even old boyfriends, old girlfriends. It's like, you just take all of the responsibility and they go, oh my gosh. And you're in, right? Because so many people don't take responsibility, right? It's the government's fault. That's why we're not. I was like, I made money. It didn't matter who was president. I don't care who's president. I do care who's president. I'm sorry. Let me back up. I do care who's president, and then there's some, we are recording, but I pay $7.49 in taxes. If you pay $7.50, I pay $7.49. I don't pay $1 more because I can't, because he pays $7.50, right? But it doesn't matter. I'm not reliant on who is president in order to make money. Yes? So when you control your business, like all those things it's a thing. When I started in the telephone business, long distance was 38 cents. Roscoe remembers. You remember that? Yeah, me too. So, it was, you only called your grandma on Sunday, right? When I started. Long distance is free now. It's free. So your business has to be adapting and changing. And so many don't want to adapt and change with the times. I was talking to a person who said that someone they knew was a wedding photographer. And they said that they weren't doing any weddings because everybody just wants to do it on their phone now. No, not everybody. Some. But when you're very clear about who your target market is, right? The person who wants to invest in professional shots, that's a totally different person than the person who said, girl, pull out your phone. Totally different person. Yes? But it's like, I don't know those. So if you don't know them, then you feel like you don't have access to them. And that's not true. You have access to anybody. We now live in the most technological spot in the world. You can reach anybody in the world. Anybody in the world. So it's up to you to make the decision that today is the day that I'm going to go get after it. Right? But so many people quit. We've got, everybody needs a trophy. We don't want them to feel bad. Feeling bad is important because then, as we were talking earlier, Wanda, those kids aren't ready for college because they've never, I didn't, the internet didn't work. One of my daughter's friends is off at college. She said her professor was doing her wrong. Well, why do you say that? Well, because I went to turn in my report and it didn't, the internet wasn't working at 11:30 and she said it was too late. Well, first of all, when was it due? Midnight. Well, why did you try to turn it in at 11:30 when the internet might have been? Take responsibility, right? So entrepreneurs, we are different people. So love him, right? And understand that he's a different kind of dude. Because number one, it's not easy. And number two, there's a lot of people out there that are against him, that are in his ear telling him this ain't the right thing. You went to all that school, my mother, I sent you to UCLA and you don't want to get a job. What are you talking about? That's why we did that for you. That was your dream. That wasn't my dream. I only went because Reggie Miller went, and we went to high school together. And he was like, come to UCLA. It was the only place I applied. I was like, really? Okay. I saw him twice. We had the same history class together. Smart. I graduated at the top of my class. It took me 3 full hours to take the exam. He was finished in 35 minutes. How is that possible? Well, because they treat athletes and star athletes totally different than they treat everybody else. So I found the ugliest offensive lineman I could find. Started dating him. He had a tutor. I took the same class as he did, and I finished. I was like, hi, how are you? How are you? Oh my gosh, it's so awesome to watch you play. What classes do you have? I know. I don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore. All right. Any other questions I can answer for you? Yes, sir. So how can those in the room use that? Right?
You gotta put yourself in position.
Yep.
Deal with your banker.
Yep.
Okay? What happened when COVID hit?
Everything shut down.
No. When the PPP when the PPP loans came out, who got the loans? The ones who had money, who had a relationship with their bankers, and they hooked them up left and right.
Yep. So I had a private banker since I was 26 years old, right? When I went to buy the company at 29, they all said, oh, this is fun, right? We can't wait. You know, you hit all the little C's too, you black girl. We can't wait to give you the money. At the end, they didn't give me the money. I had perfect credit. I had a palatial estate. I had everything, all the criteria. They didn't give me the money. My private banker that knows everything that comes in and comes out did not give me the money. They said because they didn't like the business and said I could never, ever, ever compete with AT&T. Right? So I have a person who's never run a business made a decision against me. But here's the good thing is that I understand business, so I did a leveraged buyout of the business. I was able to buy it anyway without capital. So I think, and especially those people of color, use access to capital as an excuse. I don't have any money. Well, here's the deal. If you can't make money without money, when you get some, you're going to fuck it up too. Because you don't know what you're doing, right? You don't need money to get a customer. And all those things that you think that you need money for is just an excuse. Oh, I need a website. You don't need you don't need a website to get a customer. I need a business card. I haven't had a business card in 25 years. Because it's not the cards that you give, it's the cards that you get. So it all of those things, we put them as obstacles. Because, you know, the white man ain't going to give us no money, and we not going to do this. And that. I'm just saying, right? Is there a way to do it? Could it have been 10 times easier for me? Hell yeah. So much so that later, US Bank in Las Vegas asked me to train and teach all of their business customers. Okay, so much so that Citibank called me in to do training for all of their business customers. So much so that the city of Las Vegas, as soon as they issued a business license, they had them come to my workshop to come and learn how to build a business. Because money is a tool, and money should be used to make you more money, not as a crutch. But so I get people all the time in my DMs. Oh, well, I thought you could invest in my business. Well, how much have you invested? Oh, you know, I'm barely making it. Okay, well, then now is not the time to build the business. Right? And why would I invest in you if you haven't invested in you? Doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I love that story about Annie, right? It's like, hell yes, somebody finally got them to say yes, you know. But 9 times out of 10, it's a person sitting there who's making $55,000 because they're the vice president at the bank. They don't know what they're doing, making a decision on whether I get money or not. So I had to learn to market and sell my way into this thing, to never have to rely on them, because they can also pull it at any time. Wells Fargo gave me a line of credit. They were, they loved to have me in the advertisements, right? We gave her a line of credit. This is how you leverage capital. Okay. And then things got tough, right? 2008, right? You remember that? Obama said, don't go to Vegas. I was in Vegas. Yeah, a lot of shit happened. You know what they did with my line of credit? Absolutely. I was on time, made every payment, nothing they had to worry about. But my $78,000, right, that was just fun money that I just used to fund things, right? Because in the telephone business, as soon as I turn you on, right, my bill starts with the telephone company. But now I got to wait until I get the call records. Now I got to bill the call records. Oh, this is 30 days. In another 30 days. Then I have to give you 30 days to pay the bill. So I'm out 90 days that I've paid for you to have this service. My bill is $1 million a month. So when I think about it, right, a lot of times it's pricing. So one of the things I talk about in the book is the 3 accelerators. Like, how can you get there faster, right? Making sure that you're pricing correctly. And we don't price correctly. We as a people don't price correctly because our brain doesn't even know that we can charge that much, right? Because we've never seen it before. So it's important that we're in the room and they're not here, right? So they don't even know what they can do, what they're capable of doing. Yes, sir. Am I done? You finished with me? Okay. So am I passionate about entrepreneurs? Hell yes. Am I passionate about African American entrepreneurs? Even more. You know, those stats that he said, only 3% of women, African American women, it's less than 1/10 of 1% ever reach the $1 million level. What can we do? We need to make sure that these organizations are there to support them. And it's not always doing a funding workshop for them. It's not always doing a branding workshop for them, because you know what branding comes from? Our parents that said that you have to be perfect when you come out. Yes? Because we have to look better. Yeah. No, we have to get them back into that same work ethic that you're giving your job. We want you to do that for your own business. Go out there and serve some clients. Make sure that you are doing an excellent job at it. Great customer service, taking care of the customer and having them come back over and over and over again so that they can build and do it. But it has been my absolute honor to hang out with you. Yes, you have one.